Hi everyone, my name is Godwin P. Gravador, and for today's video, we're going to discuss Lesson 2, Providing Care and Support to Children. In providing care and support to children, we must relate the basic care and support to children according to this procedure. So babies whose need met quickly and warmly, like for example, feeding, changing, holding, cradling, and soothing them, achieves a crucial developmental touch, which is attachment. So infants and toddlers are exposed to family members, relatives, and playmates for communication and interaction purposes. So infants and toddlers are provided with manipulative or creative toys and games are needed. So infants or toddlers are given exercise activities as required. So we must demonstrate how to practice personal hygiene and give grooming based on health and safety procedure. So personal hygiene habits such as washing your hands, brushing, and flossing your teeth will keep bacteria, viruses, and illness at bay. And there are mental as well and physical benefits. So we must also demonstrate on how to control or limit spread of contagious disease. Like for example, washing your hands regularly, not sharing items to everyone like tweezers or razors, handkerchief and nail clippers, and all resources infectious agents that can cause viruses, bacteria, and fungi. And we must get vaccinated. So, your skin acts as a natural barrier against harm from microbes that cause infections, but smart bags have found alternative routes to get into your body and cause infection. By making a few simple behavioral changes will ultimately reduce their access into your body. You can easily prevent spread of many infectious disease.
Show the procedure in taking children's vital sign. Taking vital sign steps. Example. Here are the general guidelines you should follow. Pulse. Wash your hands thoroughly. Ensure that your patient is relaxed before you begin. Use the radial artery to find their pulse. You can find it on the inside of their wrist. Close your first and second fingertips, not your thumb, in a firm yet gentle manner, or the patient raised. Look at the clock or watch and wait for the second hand to hit the 12. Start continuing the breath of their pulse. Count the patient's pulse for 60 seconds or until the second hand returns to the 12. While continuing, remember not to watch the clock constantly, but instead of concentrate your patient's pulse beats. Perform the guidelines in feeding children following health procedure. General guidelines for baby feeding. Most newborns eat every 2 to 3 hours or 8 to 12 times every 24 hours. Babies might only take in half ounce per feeding for the first day or two of life, but after that will usually think 1 to 3 ounces at each feeding. Identify the food nutrients needed for children's development. Food and vegetables contain lots of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. It's good to introduce lots of different types from an early age, whether frozen, fresh, canned, or dried, so your baby can enjoy your new textures and flavors. Starchy foods such as bread, breakfast cereals, potatoes, yams, rice, couscous, pasta, and chapatis provide energy, nutrients, and some fiber. Breast milk is the only food or drink babies need in the first 6 months of their life.
So for the next is they identify the food nutrients need for children's development. So first, fruits and vegetables contain lots of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. It is good to introduce lots of different types from an early age, whether fresh, frozen, canned or dried, so your baby can enjoy new textures and flavors. So we need to give children or the babies uh, different kinds of foods, but healthy foods ang dapat natin ihatag sa mga bata aron makataste sila of different kinds of uh, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. So next is starchy foods, such as examples are bread, breakfast cereals, potatoes, yams, rice, couscous, pasta, and chapatis provide energy, nutrients, and some fiber. Next is breast milk is the only food or drink babies need in the first 6 months of their life. So newborns are kinahanglan jud na sila only ilang gina-intake nga food is milk, okay? Baby pa man sila, the newborn babies pa man sila. They cannot chew, di pa sila maka-chew og mga foods like mga others like cereals, mga rice, dili pa sila pwede. So, sa mga 6 months nga babies, dili pa jud sila pwede kaon og mga solid foods or other foods nga kuan nga gina-eat nila. Milk ra jud ang pwede. So after 6 months is after mga 7 months pwede na sila magkaon og mga example Cerelac. So that's one. So that's the end of the lesson 2. And now we're done. We're going to tackle about the lesson 3, which is fostering social emotional development and create a caring community. So first is establish a positive supportive climate where children feel safe to express emotions, take risks, and seek help. So children who feel emotionally supported, valued, and safe, like for example in their classrooms, uh, are more likely to take academic tasks or risk and to deeply engage in learning tasks. So that's first, uh, the first fostering social emotional development and creating a caring community. So the second is model empathy. Be emotional responsive. So responding with empathy means putting that aside and letting the child's reaction come first. So we need to listen to what the children's will express or what is his or her reactions. So the third is make expectations clear. Let children know that you expect them to be considerate to others. So children need established guiding principles, clear direction, and consistent follow through. So appropriate communicating expectations makes the context and intention clear to the kids. So dapat na jud tay hatag nila ng mga clear expectations or clear guidance or clear directions. So the next is set clear limits. Establish a few simple basic rules. So healthy discipline requires parents to set limits. So mo set jud tag limitations sa atong mga kids, sa children. Learn about why limits setting is so important to child's development. So ato jud i-explain nila nga muning siya dapat diri ra jud tataman, diri jud ang imong limitation, dili na ka mo exceed kay na ay consequences if mo limit ka. So the last is guide children's behavior by providing reasons. So provides children with appropriate and positive models of behavior and helps them to develop respect, self-regulation, self-confidence, and sensitivity as they learn and grow. So that's the end of my report. The next reporter will be Miss Juliatan.
I am Farah Dilyatan. I will be going to report the key dimensions of social emotional development. Key dimensions of social emotional development: developing warm, trusting relationships with responsive caregivers in early childhood settings are crucial. So, sa kanang mga dagko or kanang gabantay sa bata, makakuha na sila o mga pamatasan gikan sa gabantay nila nang makuha nila. And then these relationships provide the child with an internal working model of positive social relationships by Deham and Westerberg 2004. Emotional knowledge and emotional regulation, the ability to recognize emotions in oneself and other, and to postpone reaction to emotion while channeling these feelings into socially acceptable behaviors is fundamental to social competency. Social understanding. Around age 4, children begin to understand that others have internal worlds where they keep thoughts and feelings. So, sa edad nga 4 years old, diyan na makabalo ang mga bata. Makasabot na sila. And that certain events or actions are reasons for certain emotional responses. This major developmental stage allows for perspective taking, the ability to be in someone else's shoes, which leads to the ability to empathize. Relationships management. The ways children approach each other often depends on the social knowledge they have acquired about social norms. Kung sa ilang makuha sa ilang palibot. An example of that is how to express emotions effectively or to respond to problems in a problem-solving manner. Then, social responsibility. Knowing about emotions is not enough. The goal of social emotional education is for children to be internally motivated, to act compassionately, and to develop a system of ethical values. So these values should guide their behavior and stem from the concern for the welfare of others.